In Central Virginia has seen quite a lot of wet weather.
That's right. Chief Meteorologist John Carroll takes a closer look at the numbers and what it means for local families and businesses that depend on the weather.
It has been a particularly wet late summer and early fall in the region as measurable precipitation was recorded well over 50% of our days since August 1st. Now, for the most part, everyone in the area has been keeping the rain gear by the door for about 2 months now. And it's starting to take its toll. As a meteorologist, it seemed like every time I analyzed the models, there were several days in a row with rain and only a few days without. And it sort of reminded me of a scene from Forrest Gump when he was in Vietnam.
One day, it started raining, and it didn't quit for 4 months.
Now, we had nothing like that, but we did have to contend with an exceptionally large number of days with rain, along with the remnants of 2 major hurricanes. Florence, one of the most intense storms to hit the mid-Atlantic coast in over 20 years, and Michael, the most powerful storm to ever hit the panhandle of Florida. And both impacted the Commonwealth with several inches of rain. So we did have our fair share of rain. And here are some of the statistics associated with the rain that we got just last month. The numbers are actually staggering. From the 8th of September in Roanoke to the 28th of September, we had 17 days with measurable rain. And that placed us 6th all-time for the month of September. And we weren't the only ones. Look at this. Bluefield shattered the record of 8 inches to 10 inches, and Martinsville got over a foot of rain. And agricultural interests, well, they were also hit very hard in a number of locations as well. With the apple crop, for example, taking a hit with 30% of the yield lost due to storms during peak harvest season. Grape producers, well, they had issues too. Much of the water just wreaking havoc on the all-important sugar levels, which actually forced a lot of the harvesters to pick their crops earlier this year to avoid those problems. So how are we dealing with the persistent pattern of precipitation?
Personally, I like gaming when it's rainy because I don't feel the pressure to go outside. There's only one thing that I can be doing, and that is playing board games.
And remember the wine growers. How did they deal with all the wet weather?
Ground was wet. We had poor fruit set, rot and downy mildew. It was a fight all year.
We come out here, we work regardless of whether or not there's rain. It does slow us down some days. You know, we can't necessarily spray on certain days. But yeah, we're pretty much out there in the rain.
So now, as we clean up from our most recent storm, the remnants of Hurricane Michael, and the devastation that overtook the region, there are only a few things that remain. High water marks, along with broken hearts. Some are concerned that the recent changes in the precipitation pattern may be due to the warming climate, and I do believe there's something to that theory. But for now, we look forward to late autumn and the upcoming winter, and hope that Mother Nature gives us a break, at least for a little while. John Carroll, WFXR News.